Hi, Jesse. I read the text you sent this afternoon saying that your business trip might be extended. When are you going to be back then?
Oh, hi, Skylar. I was supposed to return home after 3 weeks, but the employee who was supposed to take my place after I returned got into an accident, which means that I'm going to have to stay here for a little bit longer.
My God, that's so unfortunate.
The company told me that returning home in 3 weeks was going to be difficult and that I would have to take care of things while they arranged for someone else to take my place. They didn't tell me exactly how long that would take, though.
I see. I guess the only thing you can really do is do what they say and stay there for a bit longer, huh? You can't just refuse and go home if that's the situation. Right?
Yep, sorry. I don't think it's going to take that long, though. I was so looking forward to returning home and living as a family again for the first time in 2 years. I guess I'll just have to wait a little bit longer. Damon's already in his third year of middle school, right? I'm sorry I couldn't be there for such an important period in his life.
Don't be. After all, there's nothing you could do about it, since it's part of your job, right? Besides, you'll return once they find someone else to take your place, right?
It's not as easy as it sounds. It'll probably take some time before they find the right person to take my place and train them.
Well, it's not like you won't be returning ever again. We'll just wait a bit longer until then. So take all the time you need.
I guess you're right. There's no use in moping around. I'll do my best until I can finally return.
That's the spirit. Oh, I almost forgot. You're going to come home temporarily, right? When is that going to be?
Oh, you're right. It's almost peak season, so I should probably visit before it starts.
Just tell me when that's going to be as soon as possible, all right?
Yep, I'll tell you as soon as it's decided. Hi, Skylar. I know it's a bit sudden, but I think I can come visit today. You see, a meeting was suddenly arranged to take place at the company headquarters. The meeting itself shouldn't take that long, so I'll probably be free by this afternoon. Damon's summer vacation starts tomorrow, so I thought that the three of us could go out for dinner. Are you reading these texts, Skylar? Are you busy doing household chores or something?
Hi, Dad. Can you talk right now?
Oh, hi, Damon. Today's the closing ceremony at your middle school, right? Did it already finish?
I can't get in the house.
What? Why?
I left school early.
Huh? Are you feeling sick or something?
No, I feel alright. It's just that
What is it? Is it something you can't easily tell your father?
it is, but I'll tell you.
What's wrong? It's alright if you take your time. Just explain it to me carefully.
Well, you see, Mr. Ramirez from school is currently inside our house. He's my homeroom teacher.
What? Your homeroom teacher? Why is he in our house?
It looks like he came here earlier by car. I saw his car in the parking lot near our house.
Sorry, Damon. I don't quite understand what you're trying to tell me. Why is your homeroom teacher at our house in the first place? That reminds me, I haven't been able to get in contact with your mom, which is strange since she should be home at this time. Did something happen?
Dad, Mom is also inside the house.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I think Mom is cheating on you with Mr. Ramirez.
What?
Sorry for being so sudden. I don't have any pictures or any sort of concrete evidence, so I don't know if you'll believe me or not. But one time Mr. Ramirez noticed that I had seen him and Mom together, and ever since then he's been picking on me.
What? Are you sure you saw the two of them together?
Just like you said today was the closing ceremony at school, But when I passed Mr. Ramirez in the hallway, he gave me this nasty smile. I was afraid he was going to do something to me again, and I couldn't stop myself from crying. I pretended to feel sick and went home before the ceremony started, but then I saw Mr. Ramirez enter our house on my way home.
I understand now. You don't need to tell me anything more. Damon, where are you right now?
I'm at the park near our house. You know the concrete hut that's big enough to fit one person? I'm currently hiding inside that since I thought a kid wearing a uniform at this hour would stand out.
Got it. I know where that is. I'll come and pick you up right away.
What?
You see, I was suddenly called to the company's headquarters today, so I'm pretty close to our house right now. The business at the company just finished, so I texted your mom, but she didn't reply. And it didn't seem like she was reading my text at all either. I was wondering what might have happened when you texted me.
Dad, come and pick me up quick.
I'll be there in about 20 minutes, so just wait for me until then, okay?
Yup, I'll wait for you here.
It's break time for you, right, Jesse? Sorry I couldn't reply to your text yesterday. My phone was acting a bit strange, so I decided to turn it off and not touch it for a while. I completely forgot about it, and only saw your text late at night.
Oh, hi, Skylar.
Oh, that's right. I noticed at the same time I got news from Damon. You met with him yesterday and went out for dinner, right? And then he went with you on your business trip? I was so worried when he didn't come home.
Yep. I told him how my trip was going to be extended for a bit, which is when he said he wanted to spend his summer vacation with me. He said he went home after school but couldn't get in since the door was locked. Apparently, he forgot the key at home.
Oh, right. I didn't notice at the time. I was suddenly called to work at my part-time job. He must have came while I wasn't home. They didn't have enough people at the store, so I was forced to work until late in the night, you see.
Oh, a part-time job. I see.
Yep, for some reason, all the people who regular came in at that time took leave. Still, it's my fault for not replying to your text sooner. I know I couldn't have done anything about it, but still, I'm sorry.
Yep. Well, that's the situation, I guess. I know you're probably surprised at the sudden change in plans, but Damon already received his summer homework at yesterday's ceremony. I'm going to buy anything he needs here. I'll return him sometime during his summer vacation, so I'll leave it to me.
Got it. Take care of Damon, all right?
Did you finish shopping, Damon?
Yep, I bought everything we need. I'll come home after I rest for a bit.
Yep. Take care. By the way, I got a reply from your mother.
Oh, what did she say?
She gave an excuse for not being able to reply last night. It was actually pretty believable. I probably would have fallen for it if you hadn't told me the truth. She didn't seem opposed to you spending your summer vacation with me.
I mean, she was probably delighted when she heard the news. Now that I'm gone, she can bring Mr. Ramirez into the house whenever she wants.
Damon.
It's all right, Dad. Now that you know about it, I actually feel a lot better now. Just do what you have to do from here, okay?
Damon, I understand. I'll take care of everything before your summer vacation ends. Skylar, is now a good time?
Oh, hi, Jesse. What's the matter?
There's something I want to ask you. Can I have some of your time?
Oh, sorry, but I'm actually pretty busy right now.
Well, this is an urgent question. I got a text from our neighbor saying he saw Damon's teacher, Mr. Ramirez, enter our house.
Huh?
He's with you right now, isn't he?
Oh, well, yes, he is. A visit was suddenly arranged at his school, you see. Damon's homeroom teacher came just right now. I'm busy having a conversation with him, So, can we talk later? I can't have him waiting on me.
Yes, but I'm not talking about just today. I received information saying that Mr. Ramirez frequently enters our house.
What?
The relationship began sometime during the middle of last year, so it's been going on for more than a year now. Ever since Damon left with me at the first day of summer vacation, he's basically been living with you. He's still there, right?
Jesse, why are you saying such things?
This is all information on the report given to me by the private detective agency.
Huh?
I'm sorry for bothering you. You two are probably having so much fun now that Damon's gone.
You were spying on me with a detective agency?
Yep.
Do you have no respect for my privacy? This is unbelievable.
Can you still say that after I tell you that Mr. Ramirez was bullying Damon?
What? He was bullying him?
Apparently, Damon saw you and Mr. Ramirez making out. Mr. Ramirez noticed that Damon had seen them and has been picking on Damon at school ever since.
Just what did he do?
Apparently, every time he passed Damon at school, he would whisper threats to him. He also would make it seem that Damon didn't turn in his assignments, even though he had. One time when a wallet was lost, he almost managed to make it as if Damon had stolen it. Luckily, the owner of the wallet just forgot it at home, so nothing big came of it.
What? Is what you're saying true? Mr. Ramirez was really bullying Damon?
What I can't forgive the most, though, is the fact that he told Damon you were probably the one who would take custody of him if the two of us ever got divorced.
Huh?
Even though I will be coming home soon, I'm currently on a business trip, which means that you would probably be the one to take custody of Damon if we divorced, is apparently what he told Damon.
What? Why would he do such a thing?
He knew that Damon was disgusted with you cheating on me with him. So he amused himself by seeing how Damon would react, knowing that he would have to live with his mother if we ever did divorce.
What? Did Damon himself say anything about this?
He says he wants me to divorce you.
What?
The person who's going to take my place has been decided already. I'll probably be able to return home before Damon's summer vacation is over, which is why I want to settle things before then.
What do you mean, settle things?
I reported the two of you to Damon's middle school.
What?
What they're going to do with Mr. Ramirez, I don't know. But there's no way they're going to let him keep his job at that school. I told both our parents about the situation, of course.
Hold on. If you do that, we'll have no choice but to divorce.
Obviously, we're going to get divorced. Did you think otherwise?
No way. Think about this carefully, Jesse. Damon is about to take his high school entrance examinations. It would be best for him if both of his parents were there to support him.
Damon doesn't want you to be anywhere near him. I don't think he wants your support. If you really care about your son, then I think getting divorced is the best option.
Then I'm not going to let you take custody of Damon.
What makes you think you can do such a thing in this situation?
If me and Mr. Ramirez got married, then we would be able to take custody of Damon, since the court will decide that it's better for him to have two parents.
Did you just forget that this Mr. Ramirez bullied Damon in school? And you're saying that he's going to be Damon's father? Damon doesn't want to be with you anymore either. I'm pretty sure he would rather live with me than the two of you.
But it's a fact that it's easier for the mother to gain custody of the children.
Don't you know that once a child turns 15, they can choose for themselves which parent they'll go to?
Huh? Oh, Damon's birthday was...
Yep. Damon turned 15 yesterday. Thanks to that, I was able to take action easily.
Wait!
I'm going to hire a lawyer to take care of things from here.
Wait, I said!
I already talked to your parents, and they already said that they'll make sure you leave that house as soon as possible.
Hold on, please!
Just pack your things and leave. Now.
Jesse! Please!
When Skylar's parents came to our house to take her away, Mr. Ramirez was still there, apparently. Her father was already furious and almost succeeded in giving Mr. Ramirez a beating. Apparently, it was quite the show. Mr. Ramirez was fired from the middle school after that. He probably won't be able to get a job as a teacher ever again. Skylar, whose parents cut ties with her, was planning to marry Mr. Ramirez after our divorce. But it seems Mr. Ramirez was going out with multiple women. Skylar went mad when she found out and sent Mr. Ramirez to the hospital with heavy wounds. This was after I received an alimony and child support. So I was honestly relieved when I heard the news. After that, I sold our house and Damon and I moved to a company apartment. I'm now a single father, but with the help of our neighbors at the company apartment, me and Damon are able to live a peaceful life, which I cherish every day of.
Well, bro, I'm sorry to say it. I really never thought this day would finally come, but here we are. We've had a good run, but I'm afraid this is goodbye forever. I never want to hear from you again.
Wait, what? I know we don't text that often, but what is this all about?
I mean that I got married, and I'm cutting you out of my life, Ricardo.
Pablo, is everything okay?
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
You mean that ever since you graduated from med school and started working as a doctor, you've been acting different. It just feels like you keep trying to go from one girl to another ever since then.
What does that even mean?
I mean, like just now, for example. We live in the same house and you just dropped the news on your big brother that you got married? I don't get it. I feel like there are things that you aren't telling me. Other than the obvious big things.
And just why should I have to tell you every little detail about my life, huh? You know what your problem is? You dropped out of high school just so that you could start working early. The fact is that there are so many things that you don't know, and I don't have time to teach them to you.
If you're upset with me, that's fine, but I just want you to tell me what's going on with you. Please, can't we just talk?
Fine, you want an explanation? Here's what's going on. I'm now married to the daughter of the director of the hospital that I'm working at.
Wow, well that's pretty impressive. I mean, doesn't that guy come from a long line of doctors?
You mean you know about my hospital director?
I mean, that family has basically ran that hospital for as long as I can remember. They're a pretty famous bunch.
Well, good. Then this will make it easier to explain. Yes, I am married to the daughter of that famous doctor, and that basically means that I'm guaranteed to be the next director.
Are you sure about that? I thought that you were still doing some kind of residency or something, right?
And so what if I am?
Look, I really don't know about how all this medical stuff works, but I would just be careful about going around half-cocked declaring yourself the next hospital director.
So basically, you're jealous? Is that what's going on? You have no idea how things work in my field.
I really don't, but I'm just trying to give you some brotherly advice.
How about you just stick to the things you do know about? Got it? I'm the only one of us who's a doctor. And the fact of the matter is so many people from my graduating class came from wealthy families. But this girl, she is my ticket to glory. But first, I need to cut you off so nothing is holding me back.
Can you even prove yourself as a doctor among a whole family of doctors?
Well, not everyone is a doctor. My new wife is just a receptionist, but even she went to college.
And is that all that matters to you? What the last level of education someone got was?
Just can it already, would you? Look, I need you to move out of the house.
And just why would I do something like that?
Because my wife wants to move into our place, since it's closer to the hospital than where she is right now. But I can't let her know the embarrassing truth.
And just what would this embarrassing truth be, I wonder?
Well, it's the fact that I have some sweaty, smelly, blue-collar older brother, of course. If she knew the type of people that I came from, there's no way she would ever let me into her world of wealth and power. I know that your job barely even pays you, but surely you can afford some kind of crappy little apartment for yourself, right?
You know, I've been working a long time. Maybe you forgot him, but I was one who paid for you to go to medical school. I think that I can afford an apartment for myself.
Well, good. Then get out already. I told you to pack up your bags and leave, and I meant it.
Are you sure about this? You really want me to go? This is your last chance to change your mind if you're not sure.
Of course I do. If you stay any longer, it'll just be that harder to air your stink out of the house.
Well, okay, if you're sure about this, I guess I'll go then.
And don't ever come back, you bottom feeder.
Hey there, Kathy. I'm really sorry to be telling you all of this so late, but I moved out of my house.
Wait, what? What happened?
Well, last night I slept in a motel, but I'm gonna be moving my stuff into a new apartment where I'll live from now on.
Ricardo, tell me what happened. Is everything okay? I thought that you were worried about your sick mom, and that's why you stayed in your old house for so long. I mean, for all these years, ever since your dad died. You dropped out of high school and have been working to support your whole family. How did all of this happen?
I know it's a lot to take in, but I talked to my mom and have moved out for now. I think once things settle down, I'll try and take her with me too.
But can't you just tell me what happened?
Well, to make a long story short, my brother wants to cut me out of his life and pretend that I don't exist so that he can try to curry favor with his new wife's family, who are a bunch of rich, famous doctors, and he thinks that I'll ruin his chances of that. Yeah, I think I summed it up pretty nicely, actually.
Wait, What? What kind of crazy soap opera is your life ripped out of? That's crazy! Your brother married into a bunch of doctors?
That's right. In fact, he actually married your cousin, Aaron.
Wait a second. I only heard that Aaron got married a couple nights ago. But I had no idea that it was to your little brother.
So it sounds like even your side of the family hasn't heard much about any of this, huh?
Maybe they were planning to make the big announcement at our family reunion next month? But wait! I thought that Aaron was dating some guy who worked at the pharmaceutical company she works for.
Oh, really? I have no idea.
Well, I remember that about 2 months ago, she brought a guy home and said that he was her boyfriend. They were even already talking about getting married.
Well, something must be going on then.
I mean, I wasn't actually there to meet him, but I remember she told me that he was a coworker, and your brother is a doctor. I guess that she must have been running around on someone.
It must have been this coworker guy, since Pablo and her seem to be married.
I don't know. I still feel like something is off here.
Well, I can certainly see Pablo doing something sneaky like this, but what about Aaron?
Oh, I don't know. Erin has always seemed like a rather serious and reasonable girl. But changing who she was going to marry and then getting married so quickly just doesn't seem like her.
Well then, how did she and my brother end up getting married? If your cousin really is the type of person that you think she is, then I can't see why she would get with someone like my brother.
You know, now that you say that, I haven't actually been able to get a hold of Erin for the past month or so. I even sent her a message congratulating her on her wedding, but she hasn't even opened it.
Something is for sure going on then.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I think I'm going to try and get to the bottom of it.
Well, good luck and be safe. If you need any help or anything like that, just let me know.
Of course! Thanks for talking to me about this. I really appreciate it. I will let you know about any developments, okay? Ricardo, are you there? You're not gonna believe this, but I finally heard back from Erin.
Oh, really? What did she say?
Well, apparently, my uncle and Pablo are away on a conference right now. And it was her only chance she had to talk to me.
But what did she tell you?
Well, between what I found out on my own and what Erin told me, things are pretty bad. But I think that I'm going to need your help. So maybe it would be better to talk about this in person? You aren't working today, right? Maybe I could bring Erin and the three of us could talk together. Could we all head over to your place?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Just let me know when you guys are at the front door and I'll let you in.
Hey, Ricardo, thanks again so much for today.
Don't thank me. I'm so sorry for what Pablo did. I can't believe he would go that far just to marry Erin the way he did. We need to move fast and try and save her as soon as we can.
I'm so happy you feel that way. Yes, we are going to do this.
Hey, Ricardo, do you have any idea where Mom is right now?
Oh, Pablo. I thought you said you never wanted to speak to me again.
Just shut up and tell me where Mom is right now.
Well, she's here with me, actually.
What? Why is she with you? What's going on here, huh?
You know, I've been paying for the majority of all three of our expenses for years now. So when I left the house, I knew there was no way that I could just leave Mom there with you. Especially when she makes so little for herself from her job.
What are you talking about? Sure, you may have helped me out a little when I was going to school, but I've never taken anything from you now that I'm a doctor.
Are you kidding me, right? You think I'm gonna take that from the guy who has never contributed more than around $200 a month to expenses?
What's wrong with that? That's plenty of money.
Do you realize that every month we have to pay about $850 to live at that house? $200 isn't nearly enough for anything.
What are you even talking about? What's your point?
I mean that at the end of the month, that house needs to be empty.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean that we were renting that place under my name, but now that I'm gone, I've canceled the lease on the place. And Mom said that she wanted to come and live with me. If you want to move into a place with your new wife, you're gonna have to find one on your own.
Wait, just hold on for a second. I need to think.
Think about what?
Well, I think that Erin and I are going to get a divorce soon, and I think that I'm going to have to quit my job at the hospital.
Huh? Things are moving way faster than I expected.
What do you mean by that?
But I guess I shouldn't have expected anything less from my girl.
Ricardo, what are you talking about? What is this?
Did you know that one of the relatives of your mother-in-law has hired a private investigator to look into you?
Excuse me, what?
I said what I said. And he found out all about the hospital director's affair with that young nurse. Or should I say nurses, but so did you. And you used that information to try and blackmail your boss and forced him to let you marry his daughter. But before he could do that, you also had to make sure that she broke up with her fiancé, the real man that she wanted to marry, who worked with her.
But I don't get... How did you find this out? Unless that girl you mentioned earlier. Are you calling her the detective? Her? You mean that you had a mole inside the family and were watching me this whole time? What's the matter with you? You're my brother.
I do not want to be called your brother anymore.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that yesterday, Aaron's parents got a divorce because of your father-in-law's affairs.
Wait, they did?
That's right. All because we let a little info leak.
How could you do that? How could you ruin my plan?
Don't ask me, ask my girl. She's the one who said that she wanted to bring all of this to light and let the cards fall where they may. Even if that means letting you and your uncle fall in order to save her cousin. So now your father-in-law is going to step down as hospital director, and soon your wife is going to leave you.
But where do you live right now?
What do you mean?
I mean that I'm out of a job and I might lose my license and I'm going to get divorced and you need to help me.
You got yourself into this mess. You get yourself out.
Please, I need you right now, bro. You can't just leave me hanging like this. I need your help right now.
Don't call me bro. You and I are not brother anymore.
Please, don't be like that.
I've had enough out of you. You're the one who wanted to shut me out of your life in the first place.
What do you mean? You know that I wasn't really serious about any of that, right?
I mean that I'm only giving you what you wanted from me. So we are not family anymore.
Ricardo, please.
After that, I heard that the reason Pablo was fired was because he was always showing up late. Always harassing the female nurses and would try to wave everything away by saying he was next in line to run things. After his divorce with Erin, she sued him for emotional distress and won. Pablo had very little in the ways of saving since he always enjoyed spending money, and with his reputation ruined, he left the state. About a year later, I heard from a college on a business trip that he thought he saw someone who might be my brother, but I didn't bother to look into it. Instead, Kathy, my mom, and I are all living happily together.